Hey everyone, how's it going? So for today's video, we'll just do the usual, start from the weekly to the lower time frames, and not much to follow up with anything else. My trades are still the same. I'm long from 31 and targeting the basically around this area, like around the areas here, based on this pattern that's broken out. And we basically just closed the weekly like 2 hours ago and 2.5 hours ago, and right after the close, we got some crazy fireworks. Price went to like 39.9 on all other exchanges. Binance wicked to like 48, and it's kind of annoying because I have part of my longs are on Binance, and I wasn't specifically paying attention to Binance. I was just aware of the price everywhere else, and I had no plans to take profits or hedge short or anything because I'm looking for this to test a lot higher. And basically, I found out the after the price of Binance and everything, and after the price of Binance was the same as the other exchanges. That's when I found out, and I saw the wick, and it's pretty annoying because that's like literally exactly where my target was. That's basically where my target's been all along as I started um, talking about this pattern. And yeah, it's kind of annoying, it's like every time there's crazy market movements, this Binance just happens to either go down, or there's some crazy wicks, or just CZ at it again. uh well, regardless of that, I'm still looking at this to get tested. It's not like Binance rules the market. It's just Binance is the big exchange, it's a leading exchange, but there's a lot of other price action. Um there's a lot of other exchanges that govern price action. So I'm still looking for this to get hit, for these areas to get hit, or higher than where we are now for sure. And yeah, basically that's where I'll be hedging my trade at any point that I see a resistance stopping the price, or by the time it gets around this target. At the very like definitely I would be closing it around this area, and then depending on whatever happens, I'll be looking for a net short potentially. Just I'll have to see what the price does at that point. So onto the analysis. The weekly, on the Stoke chart, we closed a nice bullish engulfing that took out the previous high on the weekly, and literally 2 hours later, this is the results we got. So clearly a sign of strength, clearly a sign that this is potentially putting in a change of behavior. That's like, I'm not gonna say reversal, I'm not gonna say bull market, I'm not gonna say any of that. I'm just gonna say change of behavior. We had this couple months of consolidation, and now we've broken out of this pattern. We had our consolidation here, so now we're resolving it to the upside, and definitely changed behavior. Weekly on momentum and volatility. Momentum is to the downside is decreasing, and obviously this is the weekly. There was a lot of damage done in the weekly, so it's still not printing greens yet, and obviously not on the Stokes either. Not much on the volatility. Weekly on our RSI, RTSI, no divergence. Our TSI still nosediving. It takes a long time for this to do something here, so not really anything to look at. 3-day on Stoke chart. We had our close. We're having a close basically with tomorrow's daily close, so this is looking very strong, looking very nice. Stokes are angled to the upside. This is testing the top Bollinger. It got rejected from the top Bollinger Band, and obviously it's just the first pass, and it's the first pass is usually a bit of a resistance, and based on what happens, the bands can expand, or they can start going towards the upside, and if the price continues, then the bands will adjust based on that. So 3-day on momentum and volatility. Momentum is to the upside on MACD. MACD has the cross up. Momentum of the Stokes. The downside momentum is wearing off, and potentially is gonna print a green bar in the next one. Volatility not telling me too much. 3-day on TSI not really giving me the posture I want. Kind of curling to the upside, to be fair. Two drives, bull divergence on RSI, and this could potentially continue on until we confirm a low at the very least, like a red candle that confirms a a higher low, sorry. And these could play out for a while. When it's three drives, it's super powerful. But when two drives, it still has a lot. And as we can see, this is powerful stuff. This is literally like, what is that, like? This is 10 grand worth of price action from two drives on a 3 day. So it's the multiple drives tend to be very powerful. And it doesn't mean this is done. This is not. It does not at all mean that it is done. The only way that it confirms that it's done is if we have, at the very least, a confirmed higher low print. While after we print the low, then it confirms that, okay, the drives are played out, and we are basically moving on to whatever is next. 2 day on our Stoke chart. Stokes are above the Bollinger Band in the current posture, but obviously we just closed it with this with today's daily and weekly. So we had a strong close and it just exploded. Stokes are to the angle to the upside, still have a lot more room to go. 2 day on actually just a quick look over here. Yeah, nothing. I thought there was something on the 3 day EMAs, but nothing there. 2 day on our momentum chart. Volatility increasing with the price going up. This volatility is not telling me much. The momentum of both Stoke and MACD is increasing to the upside. We're basically doing a nice kind of like a bounce off the 21 EMA, and we have a potential golden cross here happening, and the price is testing it. So if this crosses up, this is going to be perfect. We have a cross between, I believe, the 50 and 100, the classic golden cross. Yeah, so this has the potential to put it in there. And not much else there. 2 day on RSI, RTSI. We have three drives of divergence here, and we can see it's playing out. And as we mentioned before, it's not confirmed. And we also have the same cross happening on this time frame, which is interesting. We have it on with the 100 and with the 100 and 200, I believe. No, with the 50 and 100. It's the 50 and 100. Oh, I feel stupid. I thought we changed time frames. Yeah, I'm literally looking at the same thing. Yeah, so it's the same cross. I'm literally looking at the same cross. I apologize about that. Yeah, I think I was looking at the daily earlier, and I saw it between the 100 and 200. We'll get to that on the next chart, but I believe it's there. And yeah. So we'll now go to the daily on the Stoke chart, and we'll see what's new here. Stokes angle to the upside, very strong. Still have room to go. Nice bullish engulfing, taking out the top of the Bollinger Band. Very powerful stuff. But obviously it hasn't closed in this posture. Like, we would need a close above the Bollinger Band to confirm this posture. Not much there. Daily on our momentum and volatility. Momentum increasing to the upside. Volatility increasing as the price is going up on both these guys. So confirming the bias, the overall bullish bias. Yeah, so basically we're bouncing off the 50 here on the open, and as I mentioned, like, we had the cross on the 2 day, we had the 50 and 100 on the 2 day, and here we have the 100 and 200 crossing. So this is more confluence, and literally the same exact posture. Like, we had this, if we look over here, same exact posture, testing the cross, but this is a cross on a higher time. This is a 100 and 200 cross, and this is a 50 and a 100 cross on the daily. Sorry, so we have a 50 and 100 potential cross on the 2 day, and we have a 100 and 200 potential cross on the daily, and they're both testing it on both time frames. Like, the price is literally testing it. So it's good stuff. That's the posture you want to see. So now we'll go to the daily On our RSI, RTSI, no divergence. TSI is probably doing something aggressive. Not really showing change of behavior, but obviously it's visible that it's trying to do something different. Now to the 12-hour and 4-hour quickly. So 12 hours still has more room to go on the Stokes. Nice bullish engulfing above the Bollinger Bands. 12-hour on momentum and volatility. Volatility does have that expansion as well on this one. This one kind of, yeah, I would say it does as well. So confluence there. Momentum of the Stokes is aggressively to the upside. Momentum of MACD to the upside. MACD cross to the upside. And we have the same exact scenario over here, that cross. And it's on the higher time frame. Like, it's the time frames above it. So it's between, what is the white one? I believe is that the 200? So it's the white and pink. So white and pink is 100 and 200. That doesn't make sense. So what is this one? What is purple and pink? So purple and pink are the 50 and 100. And then let me just look at the 2-day, because we have these crosses, but I think I mixed it up. Because like I might have misread what it was saying. So okay, so the cross on the 2-day is 50 and 100. The cross on the daily is 100, and the cross on the daily is 50 and 100. The cross, okay, I completely butchered this up. Oh my god. Well, we have the crosses. We have all these crosses. None of them are confirmed, so there's no point even saying it. It's just the potentials are there, so I'm just not gonna go into them in this one because I'm just getting confused, and I think I'm confusing you guys too. So we'll just pass on that. 12-hour, as we said, Stokes are good. 12-hour on this one, volatility is expanding, momentum is expanding. 12-hour on RSI, RTSI, no divergence, and TSI is definitely doing something different. Aggressive V shape, breaking out of this little descending falling wedge that it was putting in. So showing definitely something different in price action. And we'll go quickly to the 4-hour as well. Basically same thing. Above the Bollinger Bands, Stokes being very aggressive. 4-hour on volatility, I believe, yeah, volatility is expanding. Kind of redlining is completely fine. It can redline for a while, and it'll just cool off a bit if it needs to. Momentum to the upside. Stoke momentum is a little bit weighing off because of this, because it's obviously reactive to the price action in this wick. But MACD momentum is to the upside. 4-hour, no divergence, and TSI is aggressively to the upside. So yeah, it's basically all the analysis confluence is with the bullish side, and I'm not really seeing anything that's too bearish. Obviously, it's just like a nice breakout out of this pattern that we had, and it's getting continuation. So yeah, not much else other than that, and yeah, I think I'll leave it here with this. We'll end it. We'll wrap it up with this, and for tomorrow, I'll make it at the usual time. I'll make the video basically right after the US Open. And that's it for today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.